So we stopped by I Wanna Tours here in Boquete, and we are just in time for their coffee tour this afternoon. So that's what we're gonna do. It's $30 per person, pretty reasonable. They drive you about 15 minutes out of town to the coffee plantation. You get a tour, you walk the grounds, they show you how they make coffee, process the coffee, and then you do a tasting. This particular tour, they do run twice a day, so once in the morning at 8 and then again in the afternoon at 1:30.
The bus for this tour picks you up right on the main street here at I Wanna Coffee. And this tour will take us up to Don Pepe Estates. Like Terry said, we're gonna be able to tour the grounds, watch the process, and then get a whole training course on tasting. And I love the taste of coffee. Terry, not so much, but hopefully she'll find something that she does like, because we're gonna try a plethora of coffee options.
A plethora? Oh yes, you have a plethora.
But before we get on the bus, we had some time to kill, so we wanted to check out some of the shops right here on the main street.
Felipe Moto. They have liquor, wine, handcrafted sandwiches, chocolates, all kinds of really cool stuff. It's really fancy in there, and their air conditioning is kicking. Now they do have some American whiskeys. The prices are a little bit higher than in America. However, their scotch is significantly less expensive. So if you're looking for an 18, 21, or even 25-year-old bottle, they got them for under $100. We are starting the tour now. So we are actually starting right where we signed up for the tour, right on the main street. However, this tour will go pick people up at their hotel. We made it up to the famous Don Pepe Estates. It's only about a 15-20 minute drive from Boquete, but we had 5 or 6 stops to pick folks up. So that took about 35 minutes and then about 20 minutes up here. So the entire tour lasts 2 hours, but the transit time up here with the pickups took about an hour, and then getting back will probably be pretty close to that as well. We're looking forward to this tour. There's a lot of folks up here. It's really, really busy, but there's a really nice park out front with a zip line for the kids. There's a cafe, and it sounds like they're spitting all kinds of coffee knowledge right now.
Let's go take the tour and taste some coffee.
This tour is no joke. You get off the bus right into the coffee plantation.
Welcome to Don Pepe Estate. This nice farm was established in 1898. It's considered one of the oldest farms here in Boquete. In this nice farm, we produce about 7 varieties of coffee. We can start to mention Catuai, Caturra, Típica Pacamara, Java, Bourbon, Geisha. Now it's your turn to repeat it. In this farm, we produce Arabicas coffees. Usually, the Arabicas coffee enjoys to grow up on the highlands of Panama. We also produce coffee on the lowlands of Panama, such as Colón, Darién, Bocas del Toro, Coclé, Los Santos, Herrera, even near to the Panama Canal. For the varietal that we produce on the lowlands are named Robustas. This coffee is very particular or very popular because it's the strongest profile. We use the Robustas coffee to complement the volume of the Arabicas coffee for the commercial market, for the local market. It's very important to collect the deep color beans because in that way we are assuring that we are collecting quality coffee. Usually the coffees that has deep color looks like an M&Ms. We started the harvest time on October last year, and we are expecting to finish at the beginning of April of this year. And our coffee pickers play an important role to collect the best coffee beans from each coffee plant that we have around us. Our coffee pickers comes from the Comarca Nove Bugle. They represent the 95% of the work hand that for the dedication of picking coffee. They comes with their entire family for these seasons, even their pets.
We just got a whole history lesson about coffee. It's grown all over the place, all over the world. But what Panama does differently is they hand cultivate and hand pick all of the coffee here. It's skilled professionals. It's a twist and pull. They don't shake it like they do in other places. What's really crazy is Panama is known for having the most expensive coffee in the world. I'm going to tell you more about that in a second. Right now we're able to pick 2 of the fruit from each plant. 1 yellow and 1 deep color red. Terry's gonna have to help me because I don't see colors. While we walk to the next plant, let me tell you, the 3rd most expensive is from Thailand, and they actually feed the red berries to elephants, and when they poop them out, they collect it, roast it, and that's what you get for the third most expensive coffee. But I'll tell you about number 2 in a little bit.
Okay.
Here
you
perfecto. The second is in Indonesia, and they feed it to cats. Then the cats poop, they take it out, roast it, and cook that. Panama holds the record for the most expensive, and that's their geisha. Their geisha, the most expensive, requires no cats or elephants and no poop. It's tasting time.
And then you can spit out the seed or keep the seed for your future coffee plant at home. Pueden mantener la semilla.
It's really sweet. It's like a red pepper.
Tomarla como semilla para plantar su futura
That's
planta de
nice.
café en
What
casa.
do you think?
Very
No se
sweet.
traen las semillas. Ahora es tiempo
Now
de
it's time to
tomar
try the
la
yellow
semilla.
one.
Recuerden no tragárselo.
That one's really sweet too. Not as sweet as the red.
You can notice it's more sweet for me. It's
Still
more
has that
sweet
pepper
than
flavor.
the previous. Here in my hand I have about 1 year of growing of the coffee plant, or the coffee seed in this case. After this coffee plant here finished his stage of maduration or production of coffee, the branch immediately know that they need to replace or create future coffee beans. So the plant or the branch immediately starts to grow up the flowers. These flowers here are considered hermaphrodite. Only last 3 days on the branch. Each flower means 1 coffee bean.
So we're starting to see why the geisha is so much more expensive. For each hectare, you can plant about half as many geisha as you can the catatua, the more popular plant, but then each branch produces about half as much. So yield is about 1/4 the amount of the geisha compared to everything else.
As you can see, this variety of geisha can grow up more than 6 meters taller. It's very tall. So yeah, also their branches can grow up more than 1 meter, 1.5 meters.
We were learning so much about the geisha. What we found out was it didn't even come to Central America until 1980. It started being grown in Costa Rica. It wasn't until 1998 that it even come to Panama. And it wasn't even sold until 2005, where a pound of geisha sold for $28 per pound. Just recently, this last year, a kilo of geisha sold for over $13,000, making it the most expensive coffee in the world.
Welcome to the process area of Don Pepe State. After we collect the best coffee beans from our coffee farm, we are ready to bring all that seeds or coffee beans to the top of the factory. Once we drop all the beans, we will carry all those beans through the big to the silver tubes that we have over there. After, we're gonna send the coffee to the red machinery that is at the bottom, and that machinery will do the removal of the color skin of the coffee, and we will obtain the green beans like this. The process when we do the removal only of the color skin of the coffee bean is named honey process. If we continue with the friction of the green beans, we're gonna obtain the wash process beans. For the ones that we have at the backside of us on the ground are the process of natural drying. Natural drying is when the coffee is drying with all their skins. For the most expensive is considered the natural because it takes more time for drying, about 45 days to complete its natural drying here, on the ground or on the African beds. Welcome to the African bed, where we continue drying our coffee by natural way. As you can see, for the natural drying looks like a lot of raisins there, and it's because the coffee beans has lost their color.
And then we got to go in their giant warehouse, stacked floor to ceiling, full of all the different types of varietals of coffee they grow here. We got to learn about the different types of bags, how they label them, and even got to see the brand new artwork on all of their new bags of coffee going out. What we're really here for is the coffee tasting. They set up this elaborate coffee tasting adventure for us, 4 different styles of coffee to try. And our guide was amazing. She methodically went through the process of how to smell and what to expect when we smelled things. And Terry even got excited. She got into it, shaking up her coffee, giving a little smell. She picked out a lot of really cool smells out of these. So first you try them dry, and then they add some hot water, and then you get to smell it as it opens up with that hot water. It really changed the dynamic. And I really thought I knew a lot about coffee before, but I knew nothing compared to what I learned. There's even a specific way to slurp the coffee.
Like this, de esta manera. Then you can swallow it. It's very important if you do it louder because it will be better. Yeah?
They're saying the louder the better you slurp. Terry was very quiet on the slurp, so I'm gonna see if I can best her just a little bit, but you slurp it with your teeth. That's the geisha. Very tea forward. Green tea, maybe jasmine. That's great. I think I like the geisha the best so far. Oh yeah, geisha for the win. Ended up going with 2 bags of coffee. I went with the whole bean on both geisha, 1 washed and 1 natural. The one we tried here was the washed. We didn't have a chance to try the natural, but I love the geisha so much, I'm sure it's gonna be great. And for $26 for the washed versus $32.50 for the natural, it's way more cost effective than when I was ordering and having it shipped to our house. The price has gone up significantly over the last couple years, so much so that I haven't been ordering geisha at all. And so I'm probably gonna regret only getting 2 bags, but we have limited space in our backpacks. Terry's gonna eat some cake and we're gonna head back to town, but we'll pick you up tomorrow. I think we're gonna go check out some waterfalls and then some more restaurants. Are you ready for some waterfalls? We were too, but sadly, we didn't get to see any.
Yeah, the weather really didn't cooperate today. We woke up, it was super cloudy. It started to rain a little bit, but the winds were going so strong and we didn't really want to get blown off a mountain today.
So, thankfully, we did have a nice relaxing day here in the Airbnb. Got time to do some laundry, get packed up, because we're hitting the road again tomorrow.
We're headed to Bocas del Toro.
We're taking a shuttle there, and then we're going to be staying at a really cool hostel that's on an island. So we're really excited about what that place has to offer. But if you like this video, check out part 1 of this series right here. Thanks again for following along in this episode, and join us next time when we try something else new for the first time.
Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. First timers.
High five.